But, what a great game. It's the playoffs. It's what you expect. Bob Nielsen, I've known for a long time. We played each other in 1998. Rowan University and Wisconsin LeClaire. And, wow, he's a hell of a football coach, and that's a heck of a team. And we watched them on tape. What really impressed me was their quarterback just extended plays. And, you just saw two of the best quarterbacks in the country out there tonight. And we came in at halftime, and we knew we were going to have to come out and play a second half. And, they got us in a 3 and out, and all of a sudden, short field, and they started getting some points on the board. We were down a corner, and it's the last people in the world that you can be down a corner is against us or against them. And, Jalen Thomas, who's our best corner, is a true freshman. I've not ever coached a true freshman corner this good. We sat him. We suited him, but we sat him. And we almost played him, but we didn't. And we were starting to wear out. So we started to go some zone defense in the second half just to try to take some pressure off our corners in terms of playing all that man-to-man and all that bump. And you can't do that against these guys because the quarterback just extends plays and finds guys in the open window. So, offensively, you saw, what we can do. With 700 yards of offense, 55 points or whatever it is. It's amazing what Jeremiah and that offensive line and those group of wide receivers and tight end and running back can do. Defensively, I thought we played a great first half. I thought we were out a little bit, especially at the corner positions. And that's where I think they made some hay. So great to get a win. We're 12-0 at home in the playoffs. It's great playing at home. And I think that's 19 in a row for us here. So obviously huge advantage playing here at Bowers. Love playing here in Texas. And we're going to get a chance to play at home this week. I know nothing about Kennesaw State. I didn't even know that was on our side of the bracket because we don't pay attention to any of that. It's not even part of our vocabulary. So someone just told me coming off the field that you're playing Kennesaw State, and I know they're from Georgia, but that's about all I do know. So, we'll figure that out, after we get in here tomorrow morning. So, questions?
Coach, talk about Khalil's interception. It seemed like kind of just a quick reflex play that really saved the game in some ways.
We're really deep inside of the tackle positions, and Khalil missed like 6 games early in the year that hurt us, and then PJ missed 2 games, and so that's allowed us to move Chris Stewart out to defensive end, and Chris was like 5th in the country in sacks. So Khalil gets in there, and he's just a fast motor guy. He's a fast twitch, fast motor. The way he practices, he just loves to play the game, and so he's always running. And he's the kind of guy that those defensive line coaches teach him. Like that ball's near you, turn and run. And he started turning and running. All of a sudden, the ball was in front of me. Went and made a play on it. So it was really nice seeing him, make a play. Because he missed some games early in the season, we started a freshman in front of him, and that's hard on him. But he doesn't even blink an eye. He just keeps on working through it. So. It was neat to see him make a play because he's sort of a locker room favorite, but we kind of want to keep him in his place though too. So.
Hey, Coach, is there anything to say on Yetis' injury right now?
I think it's just a bruised hip. Just one of those things where it just was so stiff he couldn't go in. He's tough as nails. We sat him for a month because of the hamstring, and we got him back 100%. But you can see, Corey Compton came in and really sort of took over the game there for 3 or 4 or 5 plays there in a row. And Davion can go into slot. So it didn't really affect us too much because we have the versatility. Tyler Scott got dinged, so all of a sudden we lost another slot. So we lost our top 2 slots. That's this time of year. Thank God we had the bye week, because it was a long season with 9 straight. And we had some physical games there at the end. And we did get a little worn out there, but thankfully with the bye week, I think we survived, we survived South Dakota's push there at the end.
Davion, talk about what you saw on the field that allowed you to have such a big game today.
Honestly, I was playing the game, going over what we went over on film. They were a cover 3 team, cover 2 team. I was just doing my job.
Jeremiah, I wanted to ask you about the importance of 2 plays. One, the long pass to Nathan Stewart that set up the field goal to go 44-35, and then obviously if the interception played any part in generating some momentum for you guys there at the end.
Khalil's interception? Or
yes.
the one I threw?
No, his interception, yes.
Yeah, no. The interception that Khalil got there, I mean, that was huge, absolutely huge, and that gave us a spark. And the whole time our offensive line was saying, "It's in our hands now. Like, give it to us." And so, I mean, that's what they did. I mean, Remus was sitting there, he was foaming at the mouth, just ready to go. But other than that, I mean, Nathan making that big time play. I mean, big time players making big time plays. I mean, that's what they do. And don't let this guy fool you. I mean, he's a bad man. He made some unbelievable plays today. And it looked like they were trying to take away Nathan a little early on in the game, and that's what kind of allowed him to do some of the things he did. But I'll say it again, our receivers are the best in the country, and our offensive line did a phenomenal job today.
Yeah, think about that a second. They're going to take some time to take Nathan away, which is probably a good move with all the numbers he's put up. He's second in the country in total yards, I think. And they have last year's Offensive Player of the Year and this year's Offensive Player of the Year on the same field. You know, they're trying to take away Nathan. That's just the talent we have at the wide receiver position. And we have a quarterback who can get the ball to them. So, you know, we're dangerous offensively. And I thought we played really well the first half defensively. I thought we just started wearing out a little bit at the corner position. But, you know, they battled and they got themselves squared away in the fourth quarter and made enough plays to win that ball game.
Coach, you know, obviously we could talk about, you know, how big the offense was, but really there were, I guess, two key turning points in the game. The first one being the defensive stop right after Briscoe's interception there in the second quarter, and then obviously Khalil's interception there that really sealed the deal in the game. So talk a little bit about those specifically those two defenses.
Right, and there was a 4th and 1 also where we got a stop by an inch or so. Yeah, like I said, I think at times we played some really good defense. Again, you know, we just tried to take some pressure off our corners, and I think to go back and do that again, I might have put 40 in the ball game. You know, I mean, he wanted to play, but we just felt he could use one more week to kind of, you know, solidify that he'll be back 100%. But yeah, I mean, I think we made enough plays on defense. That offense it's unique and it's special. And understand their offensive coordinator spent time with us. You know, he was in our offices and we were talking football and we have a relationship with him and, you know, and he just spoke so glowingly about their quarterback. And one of the things he talked about was his ability to extend plays. And that's how you can't account for him. Because you're getting pressure, and he's ducking and weaving and chucking and jiving and doing everything, and all of a sudden, he finds someone open. And, you know, great example, we had edge pressure, and it looked like there could be a maybe 15, 18, 19-yard loss. Instead, they got the first down because it looked like I thought he was throwing the ball out of bounds. And they threw it to a delayed out route. So, yeah, it just was a great game, and there were some critical plays on defense that really got us over the top. And you say that, and you still gave up all the points we did, but against an offense like that, it was pretty impressive.
Jeremiah, talk about the importance of Corey on one of the late drives there, just hitting him for what seemed like, you know, 3 times for about 60, 70 yards going down the field to get you in field goal range.
Corey Compton?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, Corey gets so overshadowed, and I don't think Corey gets nearly as much respect as he should. I mean, Corey is he's just as good as these guys. He's kind of taking a backseat to it. But he's a special player, and he's one of the most unselfish people. And he just sits there and he waits for moments like that. And he's somebody that I trust just as much as him. I mean, he's always there doing what he's supposed to do. And then he's not afraid to make a big-time play. So, yeah, I mean, Yeti going down, him having to go in there, I mean, it didn't bother him at all.
Jeremiah, was it difficult for you in the second half with all the success you've had in the first half because it just wasn't clicking?
I wouldn't say that we weren't clicking. They changed some things up, and we had to kind of figure it out and make some adjustments there. And so once we made our adjustments, we got rolling there. But I mean, that's a dang good team. I mean, you can't expect to roll them all night long. They're going to make changes just like you are. So they started doing some things differently, and we had to come up with the answers. And I thought we did a good job of it.
Jeremiah, you pretty much answered what I was going to ask you, but the fact that, you know, the first half of the offense just totally clicked, you know, 460, 480, whatever it was, yards. but then the first 4 times in the third quarter, 3 and out. And just something like, though, when you guys are on, I mean, it looks like you're pretty much unstoppable in offense.
Yeah, no, I mean, whenever that bye week was huge for us, getting back healthy, giving us kind of that extra week to prepare, kind of had an idea what they were going to do. They came out and did that, and I mean, we were rolling there. And then there at halftime, they made some adjustments because they're a dang good football team, and we had to answer what they were going to do. So they kind of stopped us there for a second, and then we kind of got us back rolling.
Jeremiah, can you talk about being back at home next week and just how big that is for you guys to play here at Bowers?
It's absolutely huge. I don't think words can describe how much of an advantage it is playing here at home. Not having to travel and all sorts of those other distractions that could pop up. And then, I mean, our home crowd, and then being here, we're pretty tough to beat here at home in the playoffs. So it's a huge advantage.
Yeah, especially next week because it's finals. You know, last year we traveled this week and we were moving finals all over the place so we could get our kids squared away. So, you know, next week our kids get a chance to take finals like everybody else, and we get a little bit more normal rhythm to our week than we did last year at this time.
Any more questions?
Thank you.
John, can you talk about just how much success you had there in the first half, and were you surprised that you were, I don't know, like a one-man wrecking machine at times?
I mean, no, sir, I was not expecting it at all. I was going out there doing what I was supposed to do, but it felt good. Felt good to do it. It's playing for my grandma tonight. It was just exciting.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.